Jimmy Broyden has been dazzling audiences for over 20 years as Hollywood's most daring stuntman. He's stunt double for some of Hollywood's toughest actors, and he's been the stunt guy performing precision driving, bullet hits, and full-body fire burns in movies like I, Robot, Firewall, Battlestar Galactica, and TV shows like The X-Files. And he just finished daring stunts in the Kendrick brothers movie Courageous, one of their highest-grossing films.
I love the action of getting in there, the heart rate up and in motion. It's time for you to do some stunts.
I'm going to do some stunts. Are you going to keep me safe?
Oh, absolutely. Are you ready?
1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, are you all right?
I'm okay.
What is your favorite stunt of all time to do?
I just like falling through the air. I love that feeling of flying like a bird, you know. You can't beat it.
Jimmy grew up in Toronto, Ontario with his grandparents. He suffered abuse at their hands. To escape, Jimmy would dream about becoming a stuntman.
There was just something about watching these guys jump and crash cars. I would jump off my grandfather's front porch. It was about 7 feet high. It was spectacular.
Jimmy started living with his mother when she found out about the abuse. By this time, he became very rebellious. At age 11, he started using drugs with the neighborhood kids. At age 15, he became a drug dealer. When his mother found out, she kicked him out of the house.
Basically, she's saying to me, she says, I don't love you. She can get out. That hurt big time.
Jimmy started living with his friends until he was able to afford his own apartment. He continued using and selling drugs.
I did drugs as if I was on a suicide mission, but not external where you slice your wrists or shoot yourself. No, inside. I wanted my heart to blow up. And man, you'd be like, you couldn't get your breath. You could just feel it. You felt your heart was going to explode.
At age 24, Jimmy moved to Vancouver, and within 3 years, he started earning a living as a professional stuntman. Jimmy remembers the first stunt where he had to take a bullet hit to the body.
It was such a powerful pow, it hit, and then the squib exploded. It came right out and the stuff went flying, and I just launched myself in midair.
But after the stunts were over, Jimmy returned to his drug use. Although Jimmy was living his dreams of being a stuntman, he knew something was missing.
I'm getting more experience. We're doing it. It looks like I'm going to be doing it for a while. But deep inside, there's an emptiness.
Jimmy started to question what life was all about, including who God really was, until a guy named Bill told him that Jesus was real and challenged him to read the book of John.
He says, this is a New Testament. He says, you're looking for God. I know him, and here's your answer right here. The Lord used my pride, and so I said, okay, Mr. Ferguson. I said, I'll give you my word that I will read that. And he put it in my hand.
Jimmy kept his promise, and he began to read the book of John. For the first time in his life, he realized the unconditional love of God.
And then I read that Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins, that he died for me, and that he was buried. I knew that Jesus Christ was God. It blew my mind. I was scared. I closed the book. I said, this is crazy. How can a book have this kind of power?
The next step for Jimmy was breaking free from his drug addiction.
I said, you know, I've been a drug addict 17 years. I need to know that you're real. For me, Jimmy Broyden, me, I need you to get me off drugs.
God answered Jimmy's prayers as he was riding his motorcycle one day.
I'd been a drug addict 17 years, but somehow I hadn't done drugs in 2 weeks. That was scary. I immediately pulled over to the side, and I wept like a baby because I knew that the Lord was real. So I said, Lord, wow, I'll follow you. Right there, I bowed my knee right beside my bike, and I gave my heart to the Lord that day. I experienced that love that surpasses all understanding. I can't explain that to you, but there it is. You know, I still get choked up today, 16 years later. You know, the Lord touched my heart, and I've never been the same.
Today, Jimmy is married with 7 children. He has his own film production company called Go Fire Films.
Give your life to Christ. No matter what you've been through in life, how far gone you think you're gone, how many bad things that you've done in your life, there is redemption.